Slide, trying to provide for me. For me. For me. Find me somewhere out in London, you know that's the hideaway. I need some head and some moral support from you right away. Since I've been making donations to you like United Way, you know I do. Stories you told me about him, I can see that it's night and day. You told me the truth. Walking from here to my bedroom and feel like it's miles away. There's too many roads. And I'm still hard body, I don't feel nobody. And I'm will some riding on my friendships. Solid, I get big deposits on my whips, exotic. Living the engine, well, city dependent. I gotta finish it, I want opinions, she wanted things, yeah. She want a ring or some sort of arrangement, yeah. Something that's dangerous, I wanna change it, I wanna claim it, yeah. I want it painted, yeah. She quick to say no cause she know she a diamond, yeah. She getting quiet, yeah. She on the diet, she want a massage, yeah. Tryna get intimate, yeah. Bank account never diminishing, yeah. Niggas are changing their images, yeah. Niggas act hard but they innocent, yeah. Hop in the tank and move militant, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Find me somewhere out in London, you know that's the hideaway. I need some head and some moral support from you right away. Since I've been making donations to you like United Way, you know I do. Stories you told me about him, I can see that it's night and day. You told me the truth. Walking from here to my bedroom and feel like it's miles away. There's too many roads. And I'm still hard body, I don't feel nobody. And I'm will some riding on my friendships. Solid, I get big deposits on my whips, exotic. Trunk on the engine, I'm on a mission. The Bronco 250, I'm out your division. I got him excited, know it's been a little minute. I left her delighted, made her love off a chrome. These suckers despite it, the touch is the Midas. She say fuck me and calm, I just do it like Lover but Nike. Ordered a jet for you and your friends. Trophy you running that big body Benz. Got a little bit that came up from nothing. We shopping in London and doing it big. Name it private but we out in public. I know we the topic for you and your kids. Ice Monopoly gon' blow, not an option. If they could've stopped it, they would've been dead. They would've been dead. She could be the wig. Don't play with my head, you test my emotions. Don't be testing my phone every day, I'ma leave it on red. Don't digging and stroking. My new bitch pussy wet like an ocean, I need a new spread. The solid one chosen. Ain't gon' wanna stay focused, I can't let them put me on edge.
Can't put me on edge. I just bust on my wrist and this rose gold and it's an edge. I just put pointers on feds. I just counted to me and all cash and got hit from the feds. Yeah, I just told them if we played then we stop in the growth of they dreads. I just had to put the pyramid, push that I'm never gonna drive them to shit. Bill a panoramic goals. We got foes and deuces toast on the big dog.
I feel like we get a Corbin Carroll, Nugenheimer off of something off speed. Can't walk him. Can't get him on the base pass. And I think you got to pitch to him. And I don't know if it's going to end well.
That guy sucks, Jose Ferrer. Sure, he can throw 100 miles an hour. He has no idea where it's going.
Zero clue. You're gassing up Ferrer, dude.
Zero clue where it's going. That guy, he might as well be pitching with a blindfold on.
And then Ty Jerome, this is where I will gladly take him to be pork. This is his perfect opportunity to shine, and he's been really good at taking these opportunities. So now that he has every single opportunity in the world, where he's going to be pretty much the only starter in the lineup for a majority of the game against this Pacers defense, gladly I will get involved.
Arrest Zach Campbell. Put him behind steel bars. Get this guy out of here. He is a f***ing loser, a scum, a lowlife who makes people's lives around him significantly worse to benefit his. He's a me guy, the textbook definition of a me guy. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 689 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your hosts, Krabs, Jovan, and joined by Bookit with Trent. Let's fucking go, dude. A lot of early MLB games today. Opportunities for cake, winners, we'll find out, I guess, in a couple hours. Trent, how we doing? Jovan, how we doing?
Sure. Fired up, Krabs.
Sure.
Let's have a day. Let's see who we got in the chat. We already got YouTube chats flowing. 10 minutes late, like always, with 2 games starting. Great start, boys. William, looking forward to watching your show, my man. Send me a link to it. Okay? Really excited for that. All right, let's have a day today, guys. Let's keep the vibes up because we're cashing squad rides. We're the only people who don't charge for them. GF Hernandez coming in with a resub. Go Cubs. Okay. We'll talk about that game and some of these early games starting up here soon. Trent, we crafted up a little prize pick slot to sweat out for these afternoon games.
Yep.
Tweeted it out, I believe,
Fourth,
right?
Jovan and Krabs getting their duffel for us, chat. So I'm going to need you to lock in this 4-man before the shit starts. Starts in like
Sure.
20 minutes. So lock that shit in, chat. Also tailing Lauren with Juan Soto.
Let's go. Hell yeah. Looking at Soto's charts, it might be his day today. The last time he had a hit run RBI square that looked like that, knock on wood, he came through. And there is the lineup right there, folks. Soto, Kwan, Lugo, and Springs. How about it?
And look
How about
at
a Total Slayer 10-unit whale?
total fucking, bro. First
Trent
time
can
I've
actually,
benefited
be
from
here
one
to
of
celebrate
those.
it now.
Go, Trent. Sure we can. I'm surprised he dropped those.
I
Get up
know.
there. That's okay. That's okay.
Let's go, Slayer.
Sure he can, Slayer. Have a day, kid. Looks like somebody tailed the squad ride last night. Sure. Let's go ahead and get the recaps over with so we can talk about some of these early starts. We'll power through these puppies real quick. Goots, you're him. W in the StreamYard today. D-backs. W late night snakes coming back, beating the best team in baseball. Nobody wanted to bet them last night, and they came through. Corbin Burns did enough, and so did the D-backs. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Shout out to D-backs. They really wanted to blow that game.
Shout out Perdomo, right? Shout out, the worst play of all time, Oakland's finest in YouTube. Shout out to Big Dog Krabs for the Warriors team total under. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and pull up the plays from yesterday? Because I think that was one of the only losers I had. Went 5-2 yesterday. All free. Always will be free. And prize picks, not my best work. Although, Tobias Myers, he got pulled early after the second inning because the manager is trying to prove a point. He didn't like what he's seen from the young guy. He got yanked early after 2 innings. He already gave up 2 hits. I'm not saying it would have cashed, but it certainly would have had a chance. We got Ray Daddy coming in, dropping 5 subbies. Let's fucking go, dudes. Let's go, Ray.
W. Ray.
Sure we can. Jovan, bounce back day today.
Yeah.
Bounce back day
Trout
today.
reboot. You got hurt.
Trout reboot. You're right. There's no X there. And your Rays fucked you.
Horrible.
It
Really
always
bad.
hurts a little bit more when it's your own squad.
Really bad.
Yep.
We got 5 more.
More subbies? No
More?
way.
A Ray Daddy with the 5-unit sub whale.
Hype train moving, grooving.
Hell yeah.
Moving and grooving. Level 5.
Level
Already.
5.
We just started. Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
0 Ks first inning for Skeens. How about it? Let's go.
Yep. Sure you can.
Thank
Shocker.
you, Rav. Total fucking slayer.
Whoa.
Let's
Whoa.
go.
Total
Come on, Slayer.
fucking-
Atta
many
boy.
subs. I literally never get
So
that
many
subs.
subs. So many subs. Krabs guards round 3 this afternoon. I think I'm probably going to hop off. I'll take my 2 wins for the guards. That might be the first time in my entire life that I've hit 2 bets in a row involving the Twins and the Guardians, who might be the 2 hardest teams to cap in any sport over the last couple of years. These teams just make no sense. I'll take my coins and run from those 2 wins. Although, looking at the line movement says it's Minnesota, but the prize pick squares for the starting pitchers say it's Cleveland. So I will stay off. There. We'd love to talk about some of these games starting up kind of soon. Minnesota, Cleveland. That's one of them starting up pretty soon as well. Arizona and the Mets. Goots, you want to come up here? What do you think we should do? Should we hit these early games first or do the sharp report? Also, I want to give you your flowers for the O's getting a big time win last night. Let's fucking go, Goots. Sure we can.
Finally, we won a series.
It did not look good early.
I
you
mean,
got that turkey from Aaron Judge. Can't make it up.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even count. Drug test him.
I had Yankees fans around me. It was a great win, but it's also sad because the park wasn't packed at all, and there was a lot of Yankees fans in there. But
yeah,
I made
that's
sure
how it
to
always
tell
goes
them
with the Yanks.
that Judge is a career 200 hitter in the playoffs.
Good.
They didn't like that at all.
What happens when you're a Michigan team?
Fun night at the ballpark. I love the Felix, a closer entrance at night is one of the coolest things to be a part of. No matter the closer, no matter the team, it's very fun to see.
Agreed. The Nats have the worst closer intro for Kyle Finnegan ever, and even that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
Bullpen cart, Krabs.
Nobody takes that liberal ass bullpen cart. Come on, nobody's riding that puppy since Sean Doolittle back in the day.
Doolittle.
Yeah. And shout out your O's, Goots. Look, another series or a series win. It's been a while. And you guys own the Yankees. Orioles always play good against the Yanks. Good to see them get another series against them.
It's 17-12 in our last, whatever that adds up to.
Yeah, sounds right to me. Yeah. They always win.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, O's. Shout out Povich as well, getting the job done. It wasn't easy going down 2-0 early, but the O's came through. Let's fucking go. You guys want to do early games before we get to the sharp report? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I don't really have any plays in the early games. I hate early cake. You know that.
Yeah.
Go
Let's
ahead.
talk through them real quick, though, on Pickett Pro, Pickett Pro, and then we'll get to the Sharp Report, our favorite plays and Prize Pick Squares chat. We got Jet Rooney coming in, resubbing for 11 months. You're fading Krabs. Trent is Master Baiter. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
I need to start reading things before I say them out loud. Yeah. All right. We got Arizona and New York. How do you guys want to play this game? And I would love Jovan's thoughts. You got Gallen and that 6 ERA. But we know Gallen's been better on the road in his career, Jovan. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
And Gallen squares up there, make it seem like he's going to have a great start today.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's going to get absolutely drilled and the wind blowing in, which is probably why the total is at 7.5. It definitely helps him a little bit. I can't get there with him, Krabs, especially against like a super patient team that's seeing the ball somewhat well right now in the Mets. They've gotten hot. The offense hasn't really done it every single game, and they've won some low-scoring games. But I don't know. They fit the type of bill of a team that gives him a little bit of trouble. Whether that comes with a million runs, or whether it comes with just enough, I do not think it's the Snakes tonight.
Yep. You're probably right. Although the Prize Picks board makes it seem like Gallen's going to have a pretty solid day. He does have a 2.5 walks allowed normal square. You don't see those very often. And like you just said, he's probably going to be walking people. Matt's extremely patient. You can already bake in Soto probably for one walk in this game. I mean, he gets one every game. And he's a goblin to get a walk. So he's also very dope. Yeah, I don't really want to bet the D-backs here. We'll take our coins from yesterday and run. Although some of those Gallen squares make me think he might have a decent outing today.
Yay, lads is in moose shit.
Brian Reynolds, solo nuke.
Dude, I was thinking, I was like, if I had the balls, I would put so much coin on this fucking Nerfy, man.
Well,
didn't do it.
And there it goes.
Didn't do it.
And there it goes.
Jeez.
Well, shit, yay, lads. Hey, a lot of ball left. A lot of ball left.
That's tough,
okay?
Bro. That's really fucking tough.
I mean, yeah. That's brutal. All right. What about Kansas City and Tampa? Now, I do have a play in this game, but I want to hear Jovan's Rays report first.
Yeah, I mean, I like your play in this game. Fading Lugo in the way that actually kind of pays because he works his way out of trouble pretty often, but there's a lot of base path traffic pretty often.
Yep.
So he does have a pretty tough matchup against this Rays lineup. I think they're going to give him some trouble. Whether they actually cross the plate in a lot of those is still to be determined. They've hit well with runners in the scoring position, but it's kind of fizzled out as of late. So I think they have a good matchup. I'm a little worried about Baz, though, because he talked about this with the Royals yesterday, and it's a little different when it's with Rasmussen compared to Baz, but they're not striking out a lot for as bad of an offense as they've been, which for Baz is like the first team that he's faced in quite a couple of starts that kind of plays like that. So I don't know if he's going to be dominant today. I think the Rays bounce back and get a win, but I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest. Love the over in this game. Thought about taking the Rays here after 2 straight losses, but they're sitting at what, minus 160? Minus 170, depends on where you're looking. So, I mean, you kind of got to parlay that if you're going to take it. I like the over. I like runs in this game from both sides. I do think the Rays end up winning, but typically you're asking for trouble when you're taking 2 plays in one game. I'll just stick with that over. This total has no business being at 8.5 with how this series has gone so far. First 2 games, very low scoring, 3-0 yesterday, 3-1 the day before, 2 solid wins for the Royals and 2 low scoring affairs. But we know the Royals bullpen is not that good. They're due for some regression. I think they get mucked up today. I almost thought about just taking the Rays team total over, and I probably would have if they were the road team here, but I don't want to miss out on potentially having that last, 9th inning at bats with that team total over. So I'll just go ahead and take the full game over. And you saying you're concerned about Baz is making me feel more confident with that over in the game. And the fact that it opened up at 8.5, I saw 7.5 this morning, probably because people were all fucking nuking the under. Look at the board right here. People are nuking the under on Pickett. That's crazy. You never see public unders. And the total's now moving up to 8.5 again, where it opened up, which I thought was ridiculous to be opened up at 8.5 with how low scoring the games have been in the series so far. And you got 2 pitchers with a combined 5.5 ERA. 2 of the best pitchers from both these teams going today on the bump. So, at least statistically, weird. that this total's that high. The squares say both pitchers get mucked up, especially Lugo.
Yeah, I had definitely liked quite a few Ray squares in the game from the top of the lineup. Yeah, so
Okay.
certainly get involved with maybe a little Stackenheimer against Lugo.
Just say the words, and I'd be
Doesn't
down.
include Brandon Lau, Trent, so we're good.
It
Okay.
Doesn't.
Why not?
I mean, there's guys I just like better than him in the game.
No, fair. It's great
Don't
news.
need to force him in there.
Fuck him.
Yandy?
I don't really like
Yandy
Andy
guy?
that much either.
Okay.
I think my big three for that game is Simpson, Jr., and Aranda.
Okay. Should we put together something real quick?
Good.
Draft up a little Stackenheimer?
Could be the difference.
You trying to craft a demon lineup, or you just trying to craft a lineup in this game?
I could be down for just a lineup in this game.
Well, then we got to start with Chandler Simpson, hits, runs, RBIs, right?
Yes. Goat.
Okay. He doesn't even have a walk score on the. Oh, he does have a walk score on the board, and it's a demon. Okay. He was walking a lot when he got called up, but that's kind of cooled off of late. All right.
Yeah.
You said Aranda as well. You like?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
he's
he
got a hit,
does.
run, RBI score up there too.
He does.
Is that what you were thinking about taking?
Yeah, I mean, they all have the same HRR square up there.
Okay. What about Ben Rohrvecht to score a run? Why the hell is that square up there?
The Demon square.
Yep.
I mean, do they not have like every player in every game score run
No,
for the
it's-
most part?
No, Ben Rohrvecht normal. Oh, it's a hit square.
Hit.
Shit. And they have the total bases one, and usually when they have both, it's cake.
More times than not, yeah.
Where are we at right now? Sorry, what squares are in there?
Chandler Simpson, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And we've got Jonathan Aranda, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. There's one. See if you can find Aranda. Who was the third guy you mentioned, Jovan?
Junior.
Your GOAT.
Legit goat.
He's also up there for 1.5. He's got a single square too.
That he does.
Skeens walk.
Okay.
Gets what?
Do you want to take all three of those guys hits, runs, RBIs, Jovan?
Depends on what the lineup is we're making here. Do you want to get the Royals hitters involved at all?
Down
Because I would be down.
to go take a peep. I don't want to take Bobby Witt today.
Yeah.
Don't want to take Drew Waters either. Crazy looking
Bare
square.
bounce. Legit
Jesus.
bare bounce.
You got Michael Garcia. He's pretty green as well, though. That ain't Luis Garcia. You got Salvi. He's up for greened out hit run RBIs. Not loving that.
Maybe this is just our Demons U
It's
format then.
I think it's just a Rays Stackenheimer, bro. The fucking Royal Squares are cake.
Sure. Ray
Yeah.
Stackenheimer after the no-hit bid last night.
Yep. That
Sure
sounds
will.
right to me. That sounds like a better move anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you want to put in here from Lugo?
I mean, I don't know what the payout looks like correlation-wise. If we put like his earned runs in compared to your hits allowed square,
Both 7x.
maybe
Same
we
with his
stick
less
with
than
your-
fantasy score.
Stick with your square then.
I think we stick with the square and just go hits allowed. He's getting mucked up today.
Yep.
Are there any other Rays that you wanted to add to the fold?
I think we can stick with a 4-guyser.
Okay. No
Yandy
Brandon
Loud
Lau.
doesn't tip cap. We're kind of rooting for them anyway because they're around all of these guys.
Let's go, Lockman. 5 gifted subbies.
Locky. Sure we can. Let's go, Lock.
W.
I
Lock.
never got to congratulate you either, Locke, for your Red Sox Nukenheimer the other day. Good hit, bro.
You fucking nuked that.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I didn't know he had the units like that.
Yeah, I don't recommend that, but good hit. Good hit. All right, I'm doing my due diligence here, Jovan. I want to make sure we're not missing out on any freebie bingo squares. So give me a second. Going through the rest of the Rays reports, Rays cards. You're telling me you don't want to take Yandy fantasy score? You're getting bad vibes?
It's not that I'm getting bad vibes necessarily. It's just I hate taking Yandy against like veteran slow tossing pitchers because he looked frankly just ridiculously stupid every single time he's faced them as of recent.
Okay.
So I'm a little scared of that, but I saw the chart. So if he does it, tip cap. Hope Chandler's on base for that.
Yep. All right, let's talk at a 4-man. Chandler Simpson, hits, runs, RBIs. Jonathan Aranda, hits, runs, RBIs. Junior Caminero, excuse me, hits, runs, RBIs. And Seth Lugo, more than 5.5 hits allowed. Sure.
Required to tell you, I don't know if you saw the NPC 4-man that I crafted right before stream. Check and look at that too. But Simpson's in there. It's the first leg. All hit run RBI. Simpson, Hoskins, who's back on the board, Brooks Lee, and Andy Ibanez. Cooking.
NPC 4-man. Let me pull this puppy up.
It's quick NPC.
See what's going on.
Skeens on board.
There we go.
I'm taking Reese out. I already locked him in with something earlier. I'm going to take a 3-piece with those other squares. Give myself a pulse. Give myself a chance. All right. W Craft Sesh for that Rays game in chat. I am on the over in the Rays game. I cannot believe we're seeing 8.5s in this economy now. This morning I saw 7.5s not too long ago, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's the lineups. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're getting runs in this game, and the Rays are probably winning. So I don't typically recommend a 2-piece parlay or anything like that, but you could get some plus chicken if you wanted to put the Rays ML in there with the over. Me personally, whenever I put 2 bets in one game, I never make coins. So you got to know yourself. I'm just going to go with the over and stick with that. All right. Any thoughts on Minnesota Cleveland from you gents? Woods Richardson versus Lively.
Yeah.
No, but I know the weather is super favorable for hitters, but I did see a thing that this game could be called early.
Wow.
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay. Well, yeah, the total stacks up with that, Trent. If there's wind blowing out, total's at 9 in this game, and typically games between these two squads, you don't see totals as high, so that makes sense. And if there's some weather in the forecast, I'm out. I already don't want to bet this game after making coins on the Guardians 2 games in a row, so I'm good. But it probably is that over. Could totally get screwed though with the weather, so stay off that puppy. You guys want to hop in, talk about the Sharp Report plays? I think we just went over all the games starting up in the next 10 or 15 minutes. So we should be good. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's hit it. Goots, W's.
Wow.
We got the over. Yep.
Wow.
In Philly today. It's square. I don't care. And Trent, I think you like it as well. I think I saw this as one of your plays. So
I do.
W lab work this morning.
Lab.
Let's get some runs going. Once again here in Philly. Bless Brad Lord's heart. Try saying that 3 times fast. Bless his heart. He's going to have a rude awakening today up on the bump against Philly, who's just been destroying us. Maybe it's because they all used to play for the Nats. Maybe that has something to do with it. People forget Kyle Schwarber has hit 21 home runs in his 49 games against the Nats since he was on the team. That is nuts. Kyle Schwarber owns the Nats. Wouldn't be shocked if he goes out there and hits another nuke today. He does in almost every game against the Nats. It's crazy. But Brad Lord, he's got that weird earned runs allowed square up on the board that I want to take the more than for. Talked about that one on TMA a little bit with Mikey earlier today. And then Taijuan Walker, this is the weirdest part of the whole thing. He's been great so far this year. Sub-3 ERA. He's been, dodging barrels. He's been making the right pitches. He's been getting out of jams. We know that's not going to last much longer. And with the Nats' backs against their wall, and with the Nats catching 30 cents of steam, with the guy pitching today who used to work at Home Depot less than 4 months ago, I'm willing to bet we get some runs off of Taijuan Walker today for the first time in a minute. And he's super, super juicy to the over 2.5 earned runs allowed. So juicy, he doesn't have a normal square up. You'd assume he'd have the normal square, and then Brad Lord would have the super juicy over 2.5 earned runs allowed. It's actually flipped. So I think the Nats come out hot, probably James Wood nuke, probably CJ Abrams nuke. And then the Nats are also going to keep putting up runs late in the game too, because they're scrappy, probably trying to fight back into the game when they're already down, 7-3 through the fourth inning after Brad Lord gives up his second nuke to Kyle Schwarber. I'm seeing runs, and plenty of them, in all facets of this game. Early against the starting pitchers, late against the bullpens, especially the Nats, that might be the worst bullpen in MLB history. Somebody call Guinness. We're getting runs. We're getting it over. This is one of those totals you take the best odds, not the best number. I don't care about 9.5, whatever. This is either going to be 20-run game or the worst bet of all time. So take the best odds you can find. And we're getting plenty of runs in Philly today, just like the last two games of the series.
Yep, I agree.
Let's go, Krabs. Fuck yeah.
W's. Yeah, we're about to cash on that puppy. Let's swing it around to Jovan's plays. Let's see what he's crafting up over there. Sure you can.
Wow.
Plug your nose. Plug your nose early on a team that, like, and a pitcher that we really don't like, Tanner Houck, who's taking the mound today. But this series is just so chaotic for, like, all the wrong reasons. It seems like everything that should be going left is going right in this series. And today, you get Tanner Houck, who's been god-awful, especially in, like, 2 of his last 3 starts, including the last one against the Guardians, which is a relatively similar built team, except they have a couple more lefties that I think can hurt him compared to the Jays, which is big for Tanner Houck because you're not going to get crazy strikeouts. He's not a strikeout pitcher to begin with, but it's also not the matchup for that. But thankfully, he doesn't have to deal with as many, I guess, powerful lefties or more important lefties as far as this lineup goes. So he gets to use the sweeper pretty much however he wants, which against a lot of lineups, like the lefties have hurt him big time, especially like in the triple-double game against the Rays, where he had maybe the worst start so far this season from any pitcher, and then in that last start against the Guards. So now he gets, I think, to have a better start. You got Berrios going on the other side, who obviously a lot of that Red Sox lineup has seen plenty of. This game, I think, is going to be incredibly hectic. It's like the most baseball game of all time, especially the way like the series has gone so far, where it's just been, I mean, the Red Sox came out and drilled them early in a matchup that really wasn't great for them. Hit 1 million home runs early in that game, and they came back in the second game, and it was just back and forth, crazy walk-off ending. And now when the Red Sox are down to Tanner Houck and their bullpens have actually been relatively depleted, this is probably going to be the game where Tanner Houck not only pitches well, but Berrios gets drilled, and then the back end of the bullpen for the Jays becomes V1 to blow it compared to last game. So I'm in on the Red Sox today. I think the line move to them is, I think, like around to pick them now, and they might end up being a favorite, is definitely a little weird with how much respect the Jays get in Toronto, especially.
Yeah. It's a good looking play. I know we're not Tanner Houck guys. I mean, we faded him in the season long lineup, but looking at his squares today, he's better have his best start of the season. I'm in.
Yep.
Berrios has that weird hits allowed square as well. That makes me think he's given up more than 5 hits.
Yeah,
Good
I think
sign
he's
there.
getting rocked. I certainly would not be betting on Tanner Houck. I think he's going to pitch well. Nobody does today, which I've seen his fades all over the feed, but definitely still wouldn't be taking him if I didn't think the Red Sox were going to do really well against Berrios either.
Okay.
And yes,
Yeah, the Red Sox.
Embarrassing loss yesterday, blowing a 6-0 lead and then getting walked off.
Love that. Great motivational angle here after they blew it. Shout out Santander for finally doing something for the Blue Jays, hitting that nuke to tie it up. It's back to Sox after that meltdown. I'm in.
Yep.
All right, let's flip it around. Let's see what Trent's cooking up over there. And start with whatever you want, my man.
Oh, he's going to the D.
I'll start with the Pistons. Krabs already touched enough on that over. It was 9.5 when I locked that shit in. I guess it got bumped to 10. But I love the Pistons in this one. I think the Knicks are really starting to really just choke this series away. They had a chance, an easy chance to put this thing away, and they're letting the Pistons hang around. Now it's back in Detroit, and it's getting a little scary for the Pistons. Cat's been kind of in his stuff as of recent. I know in game 4 he was splooging like crazy. I don't think he keeps that shit up. I think that Cade is going to be playing some major hero ball tonight. Keep this thing alive. Force game 7. I think the Knicks probably end up winning this series, but they're going to be doing it back in the Garden. I think we see a forced game 7 in this one. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be the way that they've been calling these Knicks Pistons games has made it really fun to watch. It feels like old school basketball. low scoring. And I think that's to the Pistons' advantage, especially at home. So give me the Pistons to force a Game 7 tonight.
Hell yeah. They have not won a home game in the playoffs since Nam, and they are favorites. That's all you need to know.
They should have won that last one. That was a bullshit no foul call. Missed some really, really fucking makeable shots there down the stretch that just didn't get the bounce to go their way. And Cat just couldn't miss a fucking basket down the stretch there. So let's see a Game 7.
He couldn't fucking miss.
Could not miss, dude.
It was insane. All right. I think I saw Jovan having a little did I see Jovan having a piston square up there too?
He did.
Yeah, man. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. It's going back to the deep Krabs. This is the same. Yeah, I think the series is going 7, and it's the same, I guess, line now that we saw in Game 4, I think, which was the weird one where the no foul call and the Pistons, they're in like the same sharp spot, I guess, as then, and backs are against the wall. It was a must-win game. Realistically, this should be the game to close it out in the D, but things happened, of course, and now you get to come back, and I agree. Cade's going to be playing massive hero ball because the one thing they've been doing a lot of this series, especially when it came down to crunch time, they've been blitzing the shit out of him, and he's been passive enough to, I don't know, be the facilitator. Obviously, he's been scoring a bunch of points too, but he's been doing it all, and they've been blitzing him, trying to make life tough on him, and I feel like, frankly, just by watching the games, he could be a little more aggressive and kind of force their hand to stop making those defensive changes. And I think you're going to see that tonight. I think he's going to go all out, have one of the best games we've seen out of any player individually in the playoffs. And I think we're going to the Garden for a Game 7. This is, I don't know, the series that we probably need it, at least on the East, because there's no competitive series on the East for the most part. And probably won't see that until the next round. But this is the series I think is going 7. You need one of those. You're getting one most likely on the West Coast side of things. That also transpires tonight, but we'll see how this one plays out.
Yep.
I keep seeing that insane Cat 3 that he hit and just got the ball. It was like almost a fucking Harlem Globetrotters 4-pointer. I mean, he was at least 2 feet behind the arc. Dude, looked like his first ever 3-point attempt ever made, and it switched.
Not even that one. There was the fadeaway 2, like that he hit that went.
That
over
fadeaway
the
was crazy.
Was nuts, like actually nuts.
Yeah, the big bodega. He's getting saucy with it. If he does that again, you tip cap. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
it's like it looked like when you make a my player, you turn the sliders all the way up. You just make every single shot you take.
You remember what we were talking about last game, Krabs, too, because like that game he was actually pork from 3 and it worked, and the Knicks offense looked fantastic and unstoppable when he was hitting shots like that. And what did the Pistons do the next game? They ran him off the 3-point line. I mean, he only made, I'm not going to, like his line is 1.5. So like he made 2 in the game, but he was stuck on like one single 3-point attempt for like most of the first 3 quarters of the game because they ran him off the line. And that's why things were working for a while.
There's only one issue with this game and this play, and it's really not an issue, but it's something to bring up. Scott Foster, he's hurt. He won't be rough in this game.
Yeah, the extender.
That's extender.
Tough. That is tough.
Not be involved, and that would have obviously helped. Get a Game 7 in MSG, which in my brain is exactly what the NBA wants. That's what they want the most right now. Is a Game 7 in MSG. I think we all do. Somebody in chat said, I think even the Knicks do.
Yeah,
right?
The Knicks probably do, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. We got a first-time chatter in here. Trent, just tell us your NBA picks already. I don't want to wait all day for you to mega max just before tip. Well, he just went over Detroit. Do you have a play in Denver and LA?
Yeah, I do. I think that game gives me very similar vibes to last night's Lakers-Wolves game, where the Clippers are coming in back at home with a chance to extend the series, win or go home.
Yep.
And they're 5-6 point favorites. Seems like an easy bounce back spot, but I really think that the fucking Nuggets are going to put this one to bed tonight and win outright.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yep.
And the Clippers were pretty popular to win this series before. They were like the sharp POD.
Yeah.
Weird series winner against the Nuggets after they fired their coach. The contrarian angle could be made for back in Denver here with that going on and with Denver not even having a coach. It's just Jokic just being him. He's just that fucking good. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if they cover. I don't know if they win, but it's going to be a close game. And it gives me very, very similar vibes to the Lakers and T-Wolves game from last night, to be honest with you, which is, you know how I think. That scares me from seeing the same thing happen again with Denver, the dog winning out right here on the road, closing out the series. Kind of thinking that maybe it's the Clippers winning the game on the ML, but you won't see me with a 10-foot pole even near that fucking game or that bet. No shot. It just worries me how similar it is to last night's game.
Mm-hmm.
Almost the same line and everything.
Fair.
Weird. And typically stuff like that flip-flops the second time around. So that'll probably keep me off, but I certainly like your guys' confidence in Detroit tonight. I mean, I said before the series, I think I like Detroit the most to win or pull off an upset in a series against the Knicks, so I just thought we're kind of frauds all year. And now they have a chance to, keep the series alive, and they probably should have already had a couple more wins, but they got kind of hoed the other night. Cat went nuclear. If he does it again tonight, we'll tip Cap. And look at that. The guy who Trent answered the question for just dropped a resub. First-time chatter. Gruesome mold.
Wow.
Sure.
That's
sure
hard.
Oh, he didn't even get one for himself. He gave one to the peeps. Gave one to Saucy Gods.
We go.
Man of the people. Let's go, Gruesome. Sure we can. All right. I'm seeing some chats talking about these early MLB games right now. I guess we got some action going on. Yeah. We got the Pirates up 1-0, Cincy up 2-0. End of the second. All right. Keep us updated in chat. Let me know if we get any runs going in that Kansas City-Tampa Bay game. Okay. All right. Let's swing it around. I got a couple more straight bets here for the peeps. I mean, this over's already started, but I already kind of sold it before. So why don't we swing it around and go to Jovan's second play here? We'll keep going in order. I want to hear what he's got. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. Let's go to Trent's second play. And I think he had the over in DC. So if you've already talked about that one enough, you can just take us to the ice.
Yeah. Chad, I just want it to be known. I had no idea what the fellas' plays were going into this show. So I did not copy their plays.
Yeah,
he did. If you did, I wouldn't give a shit. You did send them in first. Hundo pay.
Send them in first. So they copied me, Chad.
I actually copied Trent. Yep.
Sends fucking money line.
Okay. This feels like a spy play.
It might be. It might be. But what I witnessed firsthand in person 2 nights ago was without question the worst hockey game I've ever watched. Without question. And the stats for the Maple Leafs right now in elimination games is fucking unheard of, dude. 0 for 30 on their last 30 power plays in elimination games. It's insane, dude. The atmosphere in the first period was absolutely electric. Everybody's definitely on edge because they know the possibility of if we lose this game, we're going to have to go to fucking Ottawa with a potential chance to have to play a game 7 right back in this fucking building. And as soon as that first goal went in for the Sens, the souls were sucked out of the entire building. The energy just was never able to be returned. And it was like everybody knew this shit was fucking chalk. But before the game, the confidence for all the Leafs fans was so high, and they were on edge because they know that if they have to go back to Ottawa, it's going to be fucked. It felt like there were 0 stats recorded on the Maple Leaf side the entire game. I hardly saw any SOGs, no hits. I don't think there was hardly any fucking hits the entire game. It just felt like I don't even know how to describe it, bro. It was a weird, eerie feeling in that building, and everybody was so on edge. And I just think that the pressure is too high right now for the Leafs. They're going to fucking lose this game. Everybody's saying Leafs is a free wager tonight. They're not losing. They're going to go on to the next round tonight. But, I mean, if the Sens score first, bro, I don't see a way the Leafs can get themselves back in this game, bro, because they folded like a cheap tent as soon as that first goal went in, dude. It felt like the game was over after they scored the first goal. And getting the puck on their side of the ice felt like it was an insanely impossible task to happen. I just think the lights are too bright right now, bro. I think things can get weird in game 7, but I just know that we're going to get there.
Yep. I mean, complete momentum shift last 2 games in this series. I would not be shocked if they win another one here. And the line says accordingly, I mean, up to -120 here. backs against the wall. We've seen teams at home catching some line respect, but I think everybody on earth at least knows or thinks that Toronto is a better squad here. And I've seen a lot of Toronto bets today.
Dude,
a lot. Of
I was not surprising that, or it was surprising. I wasn't expecting that. I would have assumed this would be a little more like the Pistons, where people are excited to take it to, or a little more eager, like to get the game and series extended a little bit. But it's nothing but Leafs today, which surprised me because, like, I kind of thought they would close it out, and I'm still kind of in that headspace, but I'm scared because that seems like the overwhelming Twitter POD today.
Yeah. I cannot agree more.
They're not winning. They're legit.
They might win the series, but they're not winning tonight.
No. I actually believe that they lose the series.
I mean, yeah. Imagine winning the first 3 and then losing 4 in a row. Oh.
3 straight Paul Skeens walks.
Okay. You might be washed.
Dude, it's unbelievable. Okay. I'm looking forward to hearing the excuse from Rav this time around.
Should be a good one. Yep.
He ain't ever getting 10, dude. I'm genuinely like...
He might not get one all season.
I'm dead serious. He will not get a single one all year.
Got a better chance Patrick Corbin gets one. He's gotten closer, I think. He's had 9 now.
Wow. Okay. That was the biggest double play in the history of the game.
Immediate jinx.
Wow.
Sure he can.
First 5 Cubs bettors are in moosage.
Yep.
Moose pissed, dude.
The one thing that can't happen just happened for the Cubs.
Yep.
That's brutal. All right, we got Cincy up 2-0 still. We got a base runner in the top of the first for the Twins, but no runs yet. And a base runner in the top of the first for the Royals, but 2 outs and no runs yet. So, all right, let me know in chat if you guys see some runs. But yeah, Skeens, and you might be jocked.
Quan about to be up. We can sweat that.
There we go, Goots. What is stay dial, Goots? Sure it can.
Locked in, man.
All right. I think I got one more play for the peeps. Let's swing it around, Goots. One more? Okay.
I love this over, bro. How does this shit not soar over?
Well, thank you for that. But this is like the kind of the same thing that I said with the Stars game when I took that over in the last game, which the Kings have tried this format already multiple times. They've tried to kind of hunker down and play defensive against the Oilers, and like back-to-back games. Granted, I think maybe 10, 12 of the SOGs from Kemper or saves from Kemper on the SOGs from the Kings came in overtime in that third game. But now you have back-to-back games where Kemper's just getting absolutely peppered, and they've been sitting back, trying to defend, trying to beat the Oilers in this gross game, trying to out-defense them, and then just kind of sit back and take advantage of what they can take advantage of. It doesn't work. That's why you found yourself back behind in this series. Now you have back against the wall. You're going to have to come out a lot more aggressive, especially being that you're on the road. You got nothing to lose in this situation if you're just going out and being aggressive. That's the only way you're going to win this game. So similar to how the Stars came out with their backs against the wall in a little different fashion, I guess, against the Avs. Now your back's really against the wall if you're the Kings. And again, you've tried to be, hold true to your identity against this Oilers team and just sit back and hunker down, and it doesn't work. So like now you're going to have to be a little more aggressive in transition. You're going to have to forecheck a little harder. You're going to have to open it up a little bit, and that's going to open yourself up to goals. I could see a situation like the Kings, similar to Stars, how they did in that game against the Avs. Score first, get super aggressive, and try to keep their foot on their throats. And then what does that do? That opens you up on the back end. A defense that's been really good so far this season, especially good, in this playoff run to start. But I think this game is a little more similar to like what we saw early on. Even if the Kings don't win this game, like you're going to see it a little more up and down the ice, similar to the first couple games and how they went, because you're going to need that if you're the Kings, especially being that your little super fortress is not where you are tonight.
We got Quan at dish. 1-1 count. W Goots. W Trent.
W Quan.
Okay.
Oh, and air that up.
Why does yours look different than mine, Goots? I don't know.
Huh.
You talking about like the color?
Yeah.
Why do you think, Trent? He has
because he's got like Orioles theme on it or some bullshit.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Or Bookit themed.
Okay.
Could be Bookit themed.
For sure. For sure, Orioles.
No, it's Orioles.
Okay.
For sure, Orioles. Can we go to Orioles game real quick after Quan? Just see the names.
Those don't play today.
I know. Just like, don't they still show up and like the expected lineup.
Oh, and GG Quan. You mean my cards?
Like the teams, like the guys' names.
Oh no, we don't need to pull that up.
I might need to see chat or show chat that. They still might not know.
I don't know if Goots is letting you cross that bridge. I don't know if we're getting there. That's a shame. And looks like we got an immediate nuke in the Rays game. And there it is, Jovan. Thanks, brother.
He didn't like Yandy today.
I bet.
Immediate leadoff nuke. Could have already been rich.
Though.
Feet could have been picked up.
W hit.
W hit. W runs.
Yeah.
For the over as well. W
We
Yandy.
take that.
More. Hashtag thank you, Jovan. Okay. Do we have more straight bets to go over? Jovan, I love that over on the ice. Was actually talking about that with Mikey on TMA and kind of swayed him in that direction, and he fell in love with it as well. Thought it was pretty weird seeing some 6.5s aloof earlier today as well in that game. Now we're seeing mainly 6s, but still a great sign. And I love some goals. And I kind of think the Kings get it done. Is that crazy?
6.5. It's not crazy. It's just, I mean, to be honest with you, back against the wall, I know it's, again, not in LA where they've been so fantastic, but minus 170 feels incredibly telling, I would say, for the Oilers.
Okay.
I was a little shocked to see that.
They're catching a ton of steam. That's not where the line opened up at. I wonder if it's because everybody and their mother's nuking them. I will say I've had zero luck fading the Oilers ever. I feel like whenever I bet on an Oilers game, I never make coins. So I might just sit this one out. But I certainly like your over the best after hearing that sell job.
110 to fucking shortstop.
I bet.
Unreal. That ball was roped. Bro, does he still not have a home run in Met Stadium?
Soto?
Yeah.
I think he hit one. Let's see.
Did he?
Did he hit one?
I know he hit one and then got
3 this year. He hit one that was a foul grand slam, I think, or like a foul 3-run nuke.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's crazy, dude.
I'm going to look it up.
His last one was in Minnesota on April 15th.
Oh, my. Cruz off the wall.
Wow.
Short.
I bet.
RBI double.
Yeah, they've all been on the road this year. He has yet to hit a nuke at Citi Field this season. Crazy. And we got an O'Neal Cruz bang. Is that what you guys are splurging about?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You got some action for the Cubs here. All right. I got one more straight bet for you guys. It's Trent's A's. Not Mikey's A's, Trent's A's. The Angels. Not the Athletics who cashed for us late night last night. Shout out the Athletics as well. They're playing some good ball. But tonight we're taking the Angels. We're back in Kikuchi, who is 0-4 this season. He's been rat shit. He's been the opposite of what they paid him to come in and do and be. And that's a reliable, consistent ace of this Angel squad. Now, he's not the greatest pitcher of all time, but he is the best pitcher on this roster, and he's got to turn it around. And with the news with Mike Trout yesterday, sorry, but I got to bring it up. Who in their right mind wants to bet on this fucking Angels team? Probably not a soul.
Nobody.
Not when Kikuchi's 0-4 and has a 4.31 ERA against one of the trendiest, best young arms in baseball this season, and that's fucking Casey Mize. Mize has been unbelievable. 4-1 record, 2.12 ERA. He's passed the eye test as well. He looks good. A guy who at one point was a top prospect and got hurt. Aranda K, I bet. And then Mize has been really good so far this season. He's finally figured it out a little bit, but that's the type of guy I want to fade. And looking at the line, creeping down towards the Angels, about 15 cents. The line has no business being this close to a pick 'em, to be honest with you. And I would have taken them at plus 125 where they opened up, and now they're at plus 110. That's an absurd line for the Angels, who have not won a game in over a week. And it's Casey Mize's birthday. They're going to be one saying in chat, legally obligated to fade that guy on his birthday. So I'll go ahead and take Kikuchi to go out there and have the best start of his season, which isn't saying much. He's been atrocious. And the prize pick squares for him today back it up. I mean, they're all very high. They're all respecting him a ton, which I was surprised with the total at 8.5. Juicy over, and playing against the Tigers, who are 19-12 and look like one of the most underrated teams in baseball. I was shocked to see the respect he's getting on prize picks. It's Kikuchi day.
Most important thing could be it's the night game, Krabs. The whole Kikuchi sleep thing?
No, is he a weirdo or something?
Yeah, it's like a known thing. Like he has the weirdest, most strict sleep schedule. So like he has to get 1,000,000 hours of sleep per night, like in day games, which conveniently that last game he got blown up was a day game. He's just awful. So like now
he needs 12 hours. What is he, a fucking robot or something?
Yeah, it's like 12 hours on the dot. He has to go to bed at like X time. And like if it's a day game, his whole routine gets fucked up. So they try to make it so he only has to pitch like these night games if they can figure it out schedule wise. Obviously, like last start, they couldn't. But now you're back at the crib. He might be fully rested and ready to go.
Yep. Fucking love that. What a weirdo. He shoves tonight, late night, with plenty of rest. Not a worry in the world. Kikuchi night. Yeah, he might be a vampire, Pega. Cannot confirm or deny. That's pretty weird. All right. We've gone over all of our straight bets, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think Trent went over all his, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Sens were the last one. Let's talk about some prize pick squares. I can get the party started here. Or we can start with Jovan since he's up there.
I'm up there.
Okay.
Same thing, like I said, the Kings love the over in this game, obviously, but the Kings not only have back against the wall, but they've sat back and tried to play defensive, just like the Stars did in a couple of the games. You got to flip the switch now. After getting 90-plus SOGs on your own goalie the last 2 games, they're going to come out a lot more aggressive, especially being that they're not in their fortress at home where they've been absolutely lights out this entirety of the year. So if you're going on the road to Edmonton with back against the wall, if you're not aggressive, you're going to go down 1,000,000, which would be cool for, the save script and everything. But I don't think that's the way they're going to go about it. I just think they're going to come out and rip on Picard, who I'm glad they made the switch from Skinner because he was absolutely dog meat. It's given a little boost to this team, but he's going to have to be tested pretty heavy and pretty often tonight, especially if the Oilers go up early, which I do think is a possibility after maybe like a Kings goal and then they respond for a couple. And then obviously your season's on the line, so you're fucking ripping. Yeah. Then Dylan Cruz, your guy Krabs. I've been staring at like Taiwan Walker because there's a lot that doesn't make sense with how good he's been so far this year. Really, I guess it just comes down to the fact that he's getting the ground balls that he wants. But the only, split that has not been drilling him into the ground, and he's actually allowed to get the ball in the air a little bit, happens to be righties, which weirdly enough, that's kind of what Dylan Cruz has kind of flipped the script on since the beginning of the season. Obviously, he's not striking out as much as he was from the first, couple weeks of the season. So that's been better, but he's also hitting the ball in the air a lot more than he was at the beginning of the season too. So I think he has oddly one of the better matchups because Taiwan Walker has been so good against lefties and so good with his ground ball stuff. So I wanted to take a righty that I thought could get the ball in the air. And I think he's your guy. Definitely helps too that I saw this on the feed, Krabs. I love fading when like these graphics or big tweets come out. Have you seen how bad Dylan Cruz has been against the Phillies this year?
I don't even know he's gotten a hit yet.
No. 0 for 19 with, I think, 13 Ks against the Phillies.
He's actually 0 for 19?
Actually hitless against the Phillies, which is hilarious.
I haven't seen him get a hit in all 2 or 3 series. He's been moose shit.
Yes. Yeah. And this, thankfully for him, he's faced all of their top arms. So, it's not like he's faced Taiwan before, but he's struggled against Sanchez, Luzardo, all the heavy strikeout pitchers. Obviously, Taiwan Walker strikeout stuff does not compare in the slightest bit to it, but it's quite easily the best matchup he's had out of any of the games. So I see that tweet, and of course, the matchup's there. I am betting against it.
Has to be done. Sign me up. 2 great-looking squares, especially the second one. Good work.
I got to say, I don't think I've seen one goalie saves hit since the postseason started. I'm dead serious.
Could be the difference.
There's I think we got a life online pitch on Surge yesterday that was free.
Who was it? Or what was who was the goalie?
Bob.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, Bob's been pretty reliable.
Similar situation. Lightning had season online, had to rip. Obviously,
yeah,
down
I like
the game too. So same script.
All right, let's go to Trent Squares. I want to hear his sell jobs because we're not done talking about the Nats.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I really don't have any fucking BVP nuggets here. I know that Josh Bell has taken Walker yard before once in his career. He's nothing crazy, 3 for 15 or something like that against him. But I like runs in this game. And I've had weird plums on table for Josh Bell once this season, and he fucking sent one to Mars.
Yep.
And I had the weird same plums feeling looking at the board, trying to find a square today for Josh Bell. So gonna be riding that. Hopefully, we both cash with Cruz and Bell. Could be a one swing of the bat cash. Would be sick. But yeah, I'm banking on Walker tossing some turkeys here. Hopefully he leaves one hanging and Bell just crushes it.
There's not one guy more due or more hungry for a fucking base knock than Josh Bell, who has just been a new level of dog shit. I've never even seen or never even thought this was possible for a veteran like this to be this bad. But knowing Josh Bell, he is one of the streakiest hitters in baseball. He is either the worst hitter in baseball or the best hitter in baseball. And right now he's the worst. They talked about it. They've been talking about it because the media asked Davey Martinez about it after every game, pretty much nicely asking when you benching Josh Bell. And Davey Martinez says, we're not benching shit. He's going out there playing damn near every day because we know Josh Bell, number one, is very streaky. Number two, he's like the slowest starter in baseball. If you check his stats in the past 5 years, he always starts out like shit the first couple months, and then he gets going, he gets hot. I don't know what it is. He needs to work on that, but it's happening again. They're trusting him. Dave Martinez has all the confidence in the world in Josh Bell, and that's all you can ask for, and that's a good thing for him because a lot of guys will be in different positions. A lot of guys will be benched already. Josh Bell, he's got the trust from his teammates, the trust from his manager. So due, and a great fucking matchup as well. And talk about a weird square to be up. I mean, you got 5 different boxes checked right there. That shit's turning green.
2 for his last 20. Josh Bell is really bad.
He's going to start getting going, though. He will.
The fact that's out for a regular square is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I assume, too, because I guess that's what they've been doing against righties pretty much the whole last week or so, that he's hitting right above Cruz.
Yeah.
So
that could be a 2-for-1 spash.
Could be a 2-for-1 spash right there.
Love that.
That'd be goated.
Love that. All right, Christian Brown.
This is low-key Trent's new death beam square.
Yeah, dude. It's sneaky sharp. It's not your Jokic RA. It's not your Murray points. It's not your Kawhi, PRA. It's Christian Brown, who has been like such a crucial part of this Nuggets team and having a 3-2 lead. I mean, if you would have told me that Brown had more rebounds than fucking Jokic last game, I would have said absolutely not. No way. He literally had 12 rebounds. Jokic had
crazy.
10. But he's doing it in all facets of the game. He's getting blocks, he's getting steals, he's scoring, he's dishing, and he's rebounding like crazy. And I love this square. It's been a sneak wagon for me the last 3 games in this series. I got to ride it again, man, because I'm pretty confident that the Nuggets get it done tonight. And I don't know how he's going to do it, but he's so involved and brings a spark to this team, and especially when all the focus is going to be on Murray after a 40 ball and Jokic after a triple-double in every fucking game that they've played in the series. This is the guy who steps up and does the dirty work. Him and Aaron Gordon are huge pieces to this team that kind of get overlooked. But I expect Brown to keep the tempo up for the Nuggets, continue doing the dirty work, and probably get 35, 40 fantasy points.
He's just a really good ball player.
He is.
He's been a good ball player since he was at Kansas and didn't get the minutes that he should. Dude's just a great ball player. The team is just better with him out there on the court. It's not a coincidence that one of the only times we've seen Bill Self finish the job and get an actual natty champ was when Christian Brown was on the team. And he didn't even play enough, but he had a great championship. The guy's just awesome, and he's one of my favorite role players in the league. Good to see him finally getting some respects from you, Trent. And good to see you cashing on the GOAT, Christian Brown, the last couple games. Let's run it back.
I think if Austin Reeves was playing at the same level as he is right now, as Christian Brown, that series would have gone differently. But Reeves was such a huge reason why the Lakers are now cooked. Bro was missing such crucial shots, getting shitty foul calls, and was kind of bringing the team down. Whereas Christian Brown is elevating the team around him, making everybody better, and doing all the work nobody else wants to do. So give me Christian Brown, man. This is such a key piece to moving on into the playoffs. Having a guy like him actually fucking step up and play. Reeves is fucking terrible.
Really bad.
Terrible. All series, bro.
People were acting like he was Michael Jordan all fucking season too. So I'm not really surprised to hear that he fell off a fucking cliff in the playoffs.
My goodness.
I mean, people were acting like he's the best shooting guard in the NBA during the regular season. It was fucking absurd. It's absurd. Yeah, the guy plays great when he's, playing against twos or he's got no pressure because he's got fucking Luka and LeBron on his team in the regular season. But lights are bright. Whole new ball game. We got Mook coming in with a resub as well. Let's fucking go, Mook. Mook's got a question for you, Jovan. He says, can we get a brief Jovan nug about the likelihood of the Avs, Rockets, and Pistons coming back from down 3-2?
Avs, Rockets, and Pistons.
Start with the Avs.
Avs are very much alive. I would say the Pistons would certainly be very alive after tonight. The Rockets, I couldn't really tell you.
Let's not forget.
I can't with the Rockets, dude. I really can't.
I know. Let's not forget that although they are the Warriors, and although they have all these fucking Hall of Famers, let's not forget that the Warriors, who are, I believe, a 7 seed, were minus 170 pre-series to beat the Rockets, who are the 2 seed.
Lead double.
Let's go.
Brooks Lee. Oh, Junior in play now out.
Junior in play now out.
Wow. Come on, boys.
No errors. 105. That's got to
Come on, boys.
Got to be clean. It's got to be clean.
40.
Fuck, I was about to say some shit. Totally forgot. Sorry.
Single for Junior.
Let's go.
Okay.
I hate both of those teams so fucking much, bro. They're going to get spanked in the next round, whoever they play. Or they play the Wolves. They'll get spanked by the fucking Wolves. I hate that series. I hate watching it. I don't know why. It makes me angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Teams
frustrating.
1K, I bet. Easy puck. Move on, brother. Move on. Run it back in 6 days. See if you can do it again. Okay? All right. W call with Brooks Lee as well, Jovan. A lot of work to be done, though, but let's fucking go.
Yeah, we're not banging that one yet. Not banging that one yet. I've seen crazy shit.
Start. A lot of work to do, though. A lot of work to do. All right. Have I gone over my squares yet? I don't think I have. We saving the best for last year, dudes? I'll drop the link to the Sharp Report 6-man today.
Wow.
4-man. Yeah. Already locked it in.
Fuck.
Sharp Report 6-man.
Wish we didn't have Cruz and fucking Bell.
Dude, I don't give a hoot. That's maybe my favorite play today. Is that
probably correlation.
Yeah, I like it. I don't care. Sharpboard 6-man link is in the chat on YouTube and Twitch. You guys should be able to click that puppy. Jeffrey Springs, favorite square today, more than 24.5 fantasy score. Former Jovan guy on the Rays, right? He's had a tough go. I mean, I think he had a couple decent starts at the beginning of the year, but he's had a tough go of it of late, man. I was shocked. I had to do a double take looking at Reds rain delay. Shit.
Trent would have been in rat shit with Avid K's.
K's, yeah.
Rat shit, dude.
Honestly, the weather could have something to do with the weird odds and the movement there. So, yeah, Jeffrey Springs has not been great of late. I was shocked to see where his squares were at today against the Rangers, who I know aren't hitting great right now. I know their lineup isn't great right now, but to be honest with you, Jeffrey Springs could use all the help he can get with that 6 ERA. I think he goes out there and shoves. I think he hits his strikeouts. I think he hits his less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Whenever I like a starting pitcher, pretty much all of their squares, I pretty much just always take their fantasy score, and it's treated me pretty well, knock on wood. I'll take Jeffrey Springs today again in the game starting up here in less than an hour. Okay, about 55 minutes. Don't let the A's get hot. It might be too late. The Rangers look like shit right now. I think that continues tonight again. I think Springs has the best start he's had in a month tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And the Rangers, they've tried everything with this lineup to make them somewhat decent against left-handed pitching, and just none of it's worked. Not only are they like striking out a shit ton, but there's just like no production there. And that's why, I mean, back-to-back times they made JP Sears look like Cy Young, which was super surprising, at least the second time around. But yeah, it's really bad. And the bottom of that lineup today doesn't give you any like much hope. The one guy who they thought was going to save this lefty lineup, which is why they put him like at the 2 spot a couple of times against lefties, is Higgy, and he's not playing today. And he's been like their most productive hitter by a wide margin against lefties, which is unbelievable. So like this, it makes all the sense in the world, which is why all of his squares look absurd today.
It could have something to do with it. I still think it's pretty crazy where he's at against the Rangers team, but it certainly has a lot to do with it. I agree. Parker's picks coming in resubbing for 14 months. W. Parker's picks, Let's fucking go, dude. If you take every series that's 3-2 to end tonight, it's plus 79.52. Hey, Kill Player, take those coins and walk down the street. Give it to a homeless man. Give it to a homeless man. Okay? Better off, better in society than locking that in. Parker's picks are him, brother. Appreciate you, Goat. Yeah, I mean, we know all those series aren't fucking getting extended and they're not all ending tonight. It'll be about 50-50. It'll be 50-50. We're going to pick our spots. All right, gents. I'll drop the link to the Sharp Report 6-man again here in the chats. And Trent, I really wouldn't stress about Josh Bell and Dylan Cruz. They're hitting right, next to each other in the lineup. So totals at 10. Definitely going to, try to sell that over hard for the squad ride once we get to it. We're getting runs.
You text me the link. That'd be huge.
Yeah, I can get you. All right, boys. What else do we want to talk about? We already kind of talked about the playoffs, NBA and NHL. Are there any other MLB games we want to dive into here? I feel like there's a couple that we're missing.
Do we get
we maybe haven't gotten to yet?
Freeland talks here?
You want to hear the Freeland sell job? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what is there to really say? The square, dude. Like, Kyle Freeland is fucking terrible. He's been terrible. He is Patrick Corbin. Nobody talks about it enough, but he's literally Patty C. He just goes out there and eats innings, and they gave him a bad contract, and they're riding it out, and he's terrible. But this total in this game stuck out to me before I even looked at Kyle Freeland's squares. I wanted to take the under in this game. Obviously, it's a pitcher's park. Obviously, the offenses aren't anything to write home about right this second. Giants are starting to struggle again. Rockies just suck. 5-25. I mean, they should disband that team, take it away from that owner. That's a fucking joke. Disgrace to baseball, to be completely honest with you. Disgrace to baseball, besides that stadium. And Verlander's not been great. Freeland's 0-4 with a 6 ERA. Shocker, just like he is every single year to start the year. These pitchers are atrocious, but these pitchers are veterans. They know how to pitch in a pitcher's park like this. And I think that total down to 7 some places now is absurd with how these guys have pitched so far this season. I don't care if they're playing in San Francisco. I don't care if they're pitching on the moon. That's an insanely low total for me, even with the offense being pretty mid. So I will take Kyle Freeland less than earned runs allowed. I think he goes out there and does job tonight for the first time, maybe all season. Giants have been struggling offensively. I think that continues again tonight against the veteran lefty.
Yeah, that total feels incredibly odd along the squares. So, I mean, something's up in that game for sure.
The only reason I haven't locked that under in already is because I'm deathly afraid of the bullpen for Colorado.
Yeah.
And Dansby Swanson, solo shots.
Skeens might suck, I'll say it.
I mean, that was his first run giving up the game, dude.
He might suck.
He does not suck.
He sucks.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Yeah.
Let's move. Let's groove. He doesn't suck, chat. Relax.
He sucks.
He just doesn't look dialed, man. He just doesn't look dialed. Look, a lot of ball game left. Would love some more runs in Tampa as well. Shocker. They're not doing shit. And it's second. They couldn't bring your guy home, man. Gosh.
Didn't even get him a second.
Nope. Seth Lugo, just a freaking magician. Okay. Any other MLB games we didn't get to yet? Did you guys want to touch on, I guess, Milwaukee, Chicago starts up in a couple, and that game sucks, but
I don't know, Krabs. It might be a banger, low-key.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I'm just staring at the game because it's a similar thing to some of the other pitchers I guess the White Sox have at this point, not named Davis Martin. Like, Burke gives up a lot of hard contact to righties. He's like a big-time reverse split guy. So, I mean, I'm staring at the Brewers lineup. You have Churio, you have Contreras, you have Hoskins, even though he hasn't had the power as of late. He's just been one of the hotter hitters in baseball prior to the last couple of games, just ripping singles and been mucking platter. I mean, they have a lot of righties in there that I think could give them some trouble. And then,
real quick, I have the vet is calling me. I'm going to answer it.
Short. Then we have your guy Chad Patrick, Krabs.
Yeah.
Coming off of, I don't know, a weird bullpen game that shouldn't have been a bullpen game last night because they were trying to teach your guy Tobias a lesson. Wouldn't it be something if Chad Patrick, after looking superhuman against all these teams to start the year, even though he's cooled down a little bit, gives up some runs to the White Sox?
Yep.
And I'm seeing that total climb up to 9 in some places. This could be a little daytime over.
Yeah. You know what? I think you're right. The one thing scare me off about the over, I guess, would be Sean Burke had a 2.5 earned run score up here this morning that was crazy looking. It's now gone. I'm assuming that's because the juice is probably so high to the over that they had to take it off, and I'm going to check the Carfax. But if that's the case, I'm more than down to just tail Jovan, if that's a play that you're looking to already lock in. Could certainly get down for some day game runs in Chicago, Milwaukee, man. Fading Patrick after a legacy game. Back in some White Sox runs here. That total is getting super juicy to the over. You're seeing some 9 starting to pop up. It's crazy. And looks like Burke's earned runs allowed is, wow, minus 140 to the under for Sean Burke. What the hell? Are the White Sox just winning this game? Is it like White Sox first fivers here? Or would you rather take the over and fade that weird Burke earned run?
So much rather take the over.
Okay.
Don't forget too, God forbid, Sean Burke actually pitches well. The White Sox bullpen does still exist.
Yes, and they are one of the worst that I've ever seen.
And been used pretty heavy the last, I guess, 2 days.
Step back Harden coming in hot with a resub. Let's go step back Harden. Sure we can.
Oh, Kyle fucking Tucker, welcome to the party.
I'm so certain.
Nuke piece?
So certain.
So certain, Jovan.
Never been more certain.
Unbelievable, Jovan. Cannot script it. We needed that about, I don't know, 14 hours ago? 15 hours ago?
Just about. A little less, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Or more.
I'm starting to realize why Colin Rea was almost a pick 'em against Paul Skeens now.
Yep.
Starting to see it.
Yep.
I'm starting to see it. Yep. Shout out Kyle Tucker, man. He's fucking hitting so many nukes. He's not going to get any more steals the rest of the season. He's turning into Barry Bonds. Sucks.
Oh my God. Drew Waters was a fucking bingo square, dude. That was our free bingo square, Krabs.
Bro.
What are we doing?
Fucking bingo squares.
That was your free bingo square.
Is he home? Is he home?
No, he had a half hit run RBI on the board.
Okay, you're right. That's what it was.
What are we doing?
It was green as ma, bro. It was green as ma.
He's
so
very ready,
bro.
He's seeing beach balls.
When you see beach balls, you're seeing beach balls.
No way, you're still holding on to the pie square.
Yes, I was so proud of myself for that because everybody in chat was saying, "Oh, that's fucking
you're right.
Cake."
I know that one felt good for you. Yep.
Oh, great.
Sure. Surely it happens again. We'll see. All right, boys. We need some fucking runs. We got first and third, no outs. Who do we have?
Oh, hey, Seiya Suzuki. Why don't you go ahead and join the fucking party?
Paul Skeens might suck. He might suck.
Bro, where the fuck's Rab, dude?
He might suck. Get Rab up here. Rab, get the stream.
We might need a Rab statement. Rab,
get the stream yard. You got 2 minutes.
Unbelievable, dude.
I need an excuse. Jesus. Wow. Good start to the season for Suzuki. He's hitting a lot of nicks.
Splooging.
He's splooging.
Oh, GG Drew Waters.
No, what did he do?
Why don't you get
went to VAR and he got thrown out?
Okay. Thanks, Jamon.
Who looks like Paul Skeens that I can have AI make a fucking Drewski type meme? Give me some names. Who can I make a Drewski type meme with Paul Skeens? What a joke. What a fucking joke.
Crazy out call in the Rays game. God.
Shane Gillis.
Same face. Yeah.
Shane Gillis is crazy.
I can't believe they just called him out, bro. What are we doing making the first out at third base? Have you ever played baseball before? Drew Waters? The first rules they teach you. You don't get the fucking first out at third base. What's the point?
You could say he kind of looks like Josh Allen.
I was going to say that, but that doesn't really.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean,
MVP, man. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I said, can you put Shane Gillis in a Pirates uniform?
Yeah. Okay. You might have to clarify. Not Captain Jack Sparrow uniform, a Pittsburgh Pirates uniform. Okay. Yeah, they're still working out the kinks with that AI. It's like still working out the kinks. Unbelievable. All right. Well, do we have 2 outs in this game yet? Yeah, we do. Can we please bring home, who is that on second base? Jonathan India? Bring him home, Vinny P. Come on. Please. Please. All right, gents. We went over all the games on the Diamonds. We talked about all the playoff games as well. I think it's about that time to craft up a little squad ride action. You guys ready?
Might need that.
Let's get in the fucking lab. Gucci, do me a favor. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. W squad ride last night. Got a little lucky. Had a little help from the baseball gods. A little late night comeback from the Snakes. All right, let's carry that momentum. Let's carry that W into today. Let's smack another squad rides. I want to highlight a couple things. Not going to do any backflips or cartwheels, but we are back to 500 in 2025. And if you look at how fucking bad January and February were, honestly, kind of impressive. Knock on wood. So 40, 40, and 1 in 2025, 344, 279, and 15. Still a great record all time for the squad ride, knock on wood. And in April, I know we're closing down April now, but the squad rides were on fire, 14, 7, and 1 for squad rides in April. That's hitting 2 squad rides for every loss. Love that. Let's build on that momentum. Let's run it back again in May. Why not us? Okay? W's. Appreciate you guys always getting involved in the chat and tailing even through the tough times. Couple
W votes too.
Okay. W votes.
Picking the right ones this month. Got to clap it up. Got to tip cap and give credit where it's due to chat.
You're right. They're clicking the right buttons. I haven't been bitching at them. W chat. Keep on keeping on. All right? Let's lock in. We got a lot of options today, man. I love the slate. I feel like we got to put the Nats, Phillies over in here.
Have to.
Okay. Fucking love that play, dude. Nats, Phillies over 10, I'm seeing consensus. Are we putting in your guys' Pistons collab? Are we letting that splooge? What do you guys want to do? You want me to make the call?
You might have to make a call.
I think we go the over in the Nats game and Pistons.
Yep. I'm not opposed.
Collab 1, collab 2.
Okay. Let's run it. Pistons haven't won a home game in the playoffs since fucking 1990. Let's run it. I like that over on the ice as well from you, Jovan. That Kings Oilers over. What's your confidence level for that puppy?
Feel pretty good about that one.
Do you like the Red Sox better than that?
Probably not better.
Because I love that Red Sox angle too, man. Back in Hoke, and after they blew a 6-0 lead yesterday, back in the Sox on the ML catching steam with one of the worst pitchers in baseball up there that's got great looking squares. I don't hate that angle either.
Yeah, I don't hate it, obviously. I'm on it. I would say it's definitely a little below that over, though.
Okay.
Total-wise.
What if we put both in there and said, fuck it, after you didn't have your best day yesterday, we all know what's going to happen today, knock on wood. Why don't we put both in there?
Sure.
Any qualms?
So down.
Okay. Let's put them both in there, man. I want to ride with Jovan today. We'll put the Sox in there. I got a really good feeling about that one. And the Kings and Oilers over, which I'm going to check the Carfax and see where that consensus total is sitting at right now. Looks like it's at 6. Okay. Cool. Yeah, chat. We might have to move on from skates. A lot of baseball left the rest of the day. Don't let it ruin your day. Okay? A lot of games left. Chat is fucking pissed. By God's pissed in the chat. By God. He's fucking livid. He is livid. Krabs prize pick squares are always pitcher fantasy score and pitcher earned run squares. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, Moose. You're not wrong. I also saw somebody in chat say if all the teams who were in elimination spots tonight, the same guy I was chirping earlier, he said if all those teams end up closing it out tonight, will we get a mac and cheese review? Yes. I'll do a mac and cheese review if every team closes out the series tonight. Because that shit ain't happening. All right?
That's not.
It's just not happening.
Knicks, Nuggets, Leafs, Knights, Oilers, Stars. Surely.
That's a lot of shit happening. Okay? Do we want to involve the Angels ML in here? I didn't get a good vibe check from you on that one, Jovan.
I mean, I like it. I feel like I took the Angels bats to do something yesterday, and I mean, they didn't splooge, but they did enough. so I feel weird going back to it again. But
Okay.
the Kikuchi angle is pretty nasty and similar to like some of the other ones. So I'm not against it.
Similar to the Red Sox, kind of. We don't need to put both in now. Let's ride with your plays today. Quality over quantity. Keep it short and sweet. Let's go 4 plays, 4 winners. We got the over 10 in the Nats Phillies. We got the Pistons on the ML. We'll go with the Kings Oilers over 6 and the Red Sox on the ML. 4 plays, 4 winners. Love these plays. Love these plays. WBTL today, chat. W subbies, W vibes. Trent, you get to host a surge after this. I know we got a lot of early games, but you can be for the peeps.
Yeah, it's gotta be a quick one because I need to go see my brother's baby before I go pick up Manny from the vet.
Well, quickie. Yeah. Damn, I've been begging for the Red Sox report and didn't even know y'all were on it. That's okay, Landon. We're talking about a lot of shit today, man. A lot going on. But yes, the Red Sox, I think one of the best plays on the board today, and we are probably the biggest Tanner Hoke haters out there. Well, everybody loves him after his one great season. So if we're taking him, knock on wood, good sign. Okay? Chat, I mean, I don't want to tell you or guide you at all right now. You guys are fucking locked in. Just click the button of the play you know is turning green like you've been doing. Okay? Stay dialed, stay locked. Let's stay hot. Let's catch another squad ride tonight. Let's get off on the right foot in May and start out 1-0. Just like Davey Martinez says, let's go 1-0 today. All right?
Chat, you're fucking soft, dude.
I was shocked we aren't going to Philly.
I
Kind of
don't
want
know.
to.
Getting that Nats Phillies over. That gives me mini Meg vibes. I'll say it.
Same.
Wow.
Yeah.
W Nats.
Gives me mini Meg vibes. Immediately gets more bets. Okay.
I do have to say, Krabs, there's hilarious situation in college baseball tonight. Huge game. They're starting to market it, so they put like a standalone Thursday game on national television. Texas, #1 team in the country, is a fat underdog on the road tonight at Arkansas.
Bruh. What's Arkansas ranked? They got to be good too, right?
Well, yeah, they're number 11 in the country. Plus, I guess the one equalizer, even though Arkansas is also, I think, pretty hurt. Jared Spencer, who's like Texas's usual Thursday, Friday night starter guy, is hurt for the last, I think, couple weeks. He's not pitching, but -150 Arkansas is crazy to see.
Arkansas was #1 preseason.
I mean, yeah, they've just been
a lot's changed since then.
Yeah, I mean, Texas also just dominated probably the biggest series in all of college baseball this year too, against A&M.
Arkansas wasn't
kicking off.
Arkansas wasn't ranked #1 preseason. It was A&M, but they were top 10.
But they're up there.
Okay. Yeah, Rito, I appreciate you looking out, man. I've not given my thoughts, but prayers up for Georgia Amore and the Mystics. I was really looking forward to watching the Sticks this year and my Hokie ball and run the point, but her ACL exploded yesterday. So prayers up. Sucks. Brutal blow for the Mystics, and probably means I'm not going to that all you can drink, all you can eat brunch that they did last year. Probably not going to make it. Looks like we got the Red Sox on the ML. Sure. W's. I fucking love this play. I'm not going to lie. Probably the second most favorite play besides maybe the mini Meg over in Philly tonight. I think we're in business here, boys. A little Red Sox ML action. And I don't want to let this get swept. All these other options up here on the screen are good-looking straight bets to tail as well, chat. Don't let them get swept. Okay? Red Sox blew a 6-0 lead yesterday. They bounced back today with a win. This one simply means more.
Means more.
It does. W. Jovan, Trent, way to get fucking dialed today. Loved having you on today. We'll run it back again soon.
Come a long way since SEC matchups, man.
I mean, I was literally on here to sweat Paul Skeens and just didn't even get a chance to.
Yeah, you got in Duff though. Have to tip cap. It's probably the most I've seen you in Duff in quite some time.
Wow, we'll take that.
Locked in. Let's have a day today, gents. It's Thursday, which means it's the weekend. At least I count it as such. Let's have a night. Let's have a fucking night. All right, W's chat, W squad ride, Red Sox ML. We'll meet you guys at the cash counter, and we'll catch you tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be.
We'll be.
Peace, guys.